welcome to Procurement Pivots, the podcast for procurement professionals wanting to navigate change successfully and create career success on your own terms. I'm Donna Bowden, procurement career coach and founder of Narrate Your Career.
And I'm Laura Sellers, executive coach for procurement and founder of Coaching for Procurement. And between us, we bring almost 25 years of supporting and working with procurement professionals. And it's fair to say we've navigated many of our own career pivots along the way. And now we're here to help you do the same.
Each episode will share practical strategies, honest conversations, and expert insights to help you confidently tackle the changes and challenges in your procurement career.
Let's get started.
Hello and welcome to the Procurement Pivots podcast. We are so excited to finally be doing this. We've been talking about it for a long time, and we are here to share our insights as coaches to the procurement profession. So I'd love to introduce you to my co-host, Donna Bowden.
Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us on this really exciting episode. We are absolutely delighted to be here. So Laura, do you want to introduce yourself formally?
Sure, yeah, I forgot that, didn't I? That would have helped. So my name is Laura Sellers. I am the founder of Coaching for Procurement Limited. So I'm an executive and leadership coach, and I've worked with and within the procurement profession for probably, over 12 years now. And for the last 3 years, I've been doing that as an executive and leadership coach. So I provide services from one-to-one coaching through to team coaching for procurement, and then also coach training programs as well, to enable greater business engagement through the use of soft skills and coaching skills. What about you, Donna?
Hi everyone. So I'm Donna Bowden, and I am a procurement career coach and the founder of Narrate Your Career, which is a career coaching practice specifically for procurement professionals. And a bit like yourself, Laura, actually, I've been involved in supporting procurement professionals, and actually mainly procurement leaders and senior managers, for about 12 years, I would say. So formally as a senior recruiter within the space, and obviously now in the work that I'm doing on the coaching side of things. So yeah, I am delighted to be here with you all.
Great stuff. So we've got plenty to share, but I think it's quite useful to share how we've come together to do this. So we met over LinkedIn 2 years ago.
Yeah, maybe longer, possibly. Yeah,
maybe. So we eventually then ended up recognizing each other from LinkedIn and meet a networking event in London about 18 months ago, I would say.
Yeah, and we just hit it off, didn't we? Immediately, just got on really, really well. And the more we've got to know each other, the more we recognise we actually have in common. So we've come from very different backgrounds, but share lots of common experiences, and very much, I'd say, our values are nicely aligned as well, which is why starting this together has been an amazing experience so far, and we're really excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. So the purpose of this podcast, if we talk about what we've called it, being Procurement Pivots, is that a career is not a linear journey, right? There's plenty of twists and turns in a particular career. And I think the interesting thing with procurement is that the profession itself is evolving. And so the support that we give as coaches to our clients can vary across industries, but we have that common purpose of everybody being in procurement who we support, but they've all got their own pivotal moments, those pivotal transitions that they're experiencing, and that's when we tend to come in to help them to navigate those changes. So I think we've got a very much a shared purpose in empowering the profession to support people in their journeys, but we've got plenty of transition moments that vary across everybody else, so who we work with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think we both very much support our clients to get from A to B, essentially. Our clients are coming to us either with challenges or, sometimes quite challenging goals of what they're looking to change or where they're looking to get to. And, it's helping them navigate that journey for themselves. But we've experienced many pivots between ourselves as well, haven't we, throughout our own careers. So we can actually empathise as well with some of the scenarios and situations, which I think does help.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think in terms of those pivots, that could mean a change in direction. It could be a pivot in terms of you move from one level of management up to leadership. It could be that you're changing roles. It could be so many different things. But also for me, in a lot of the work that I've done recently, there's also that pivot in approach. So we've got plenty of topics that we really want to bring to the forefront, and probably topics that aren't openly discussed in the procurement space, because it can be a very challenging environment. There is not always the time to give yourself that space to think things through. And I know something that we've both discussed is around that element of loneliness, for example, Donna.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's definitely, I know it's something we've discussed a number of times, that our clients are coming to us, they're often senior procurement leaders, doing very well in the roles that they're doing, but actually it can feel lonely when you can't share your challenges, 100% kind of honestly with your colleagues and your peers and often your boss. And outside of work, it can be really difficult to have an open, honest conversation when often many of the people that you surround yourself with in your personal life, like, they just don't even understand what procurement is in the first place. So it's hard for people. And I know both of us have said that often when our clients come to us, they're sharing things for the first time, like they've not even shared it with their partner or their friends or colleagues. So, we want to talk about some of those topics that we know can come up really quite frequently, some of those big challenges and frustrations, and just bring them to the forefront really, and kind of talk about how others have been able to navigate their way through similar situations.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, from the point of a coach, we act as an impartial sounding board. We understand the challenges that procurement professionals face very well, but because we're not in the weeds of the detail of the company politics, and we have that impartiality, we're able to hold a mirror up to help that person to make the best move for them, but without that element of, oh, you should do this. Because sometimes when we do try and share with people who are in our close circle, either that's outside of work or within work, people might just try and put a solution onto them, or this is what you need to do. And actually, there's a lot of other things that are mixed up in that, about the fear of making the wrong choice, or the emotions that they might be feeling about what's on for them. So, yeah, we really want to sort of, like we say, bring to the forefront and put out in the open some of these conversations while maintaining confidentiality of our clients, of course. But at the same time, I think I had a client say to me the other day, am I the only person who feels this way? And, as a coach, you hear these conversations, you have these conversations all the time. So sometimes, and I hope that this podcast is going to offer people the information that, oh gosh, it's not just me who feels this way, and to know that there are options, but there are options to do it what's right for you. So to feel like you're not alone in this, but equally there are support mechanisms that can help you to make the right decision for you, and not just what you might see on LinkedIn or hear on, in certain forums. So
yeah, and I think that's a really nice point actually, Laura, that again, we've spoken about this quite a lot between ourselves, but success looks very different to all of us. And, we are big believers in, we want to enable our clients to actually define for themselves, what does success mean for them? Like, what is, hair in my mouth. What is the career that they really want to have? What are the things that are most important, and how will they know that they've succeeded when they get there? So it's very personalised, and it's not one size fits all at all. And I think that's really important, that we all need to recognise that. It's not about just becoming a CPO. Like, that is not the only successful path if you have a career in procurement. So I think we want to talk about that, and that's going to come through in subsequent episodes, really being able to create that career that you actually want, but on your own terms as well. It's really important.
Absolutely, because the way we show up to work is impacted by what's going on in our lives, for example, or the way we show up at home depends on what's going on in our careers. So that element of thriving in your career, of defining what success means for you. I know that picture has certainly changed for me over the years.
Yeah.
And even if we have this shared vision together of what we want this podcast to be and what we want our businesses to be, we have a lot of shared values, you and I, Donna, but at the same time, we have our own circumstances outside of work, our own circumstances from our own career. That means that when it comes to showing up for ourselves and in business now, we have to think about those things ourselves as well. So we're also walking the talk, aren't we? We're on this journey ourselves, and we want to make sure that we bring that insight, not only as coaches to procurement, but an insight from just being human in a career, right? We want to bring lots of different aspects to this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. So should we talk a little bit about what people can expect moving forward? Do you want to kick off with that?
Yeah, putting me on the spot. Okay. So now I think what I would really like people to get out of this is to understand that some of these conversations and topics we'll be talking about are not unique. We all have our own unique situations, but to know that you're not the only person feeling these things and thinking these things, and to really combat an element of that loneliness that we've talked about, right? It can feel so lonely when you're going through certain challenges in your career. So that's the first thing. I'd like to bring that out into the open. I would also like maybe for these podcasts to provide inspiration, because it might be that we bring ideas to the podcast that people haven't thought of before.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you feel stuck.
Yeah.
When you feel really stuck, it could be that, oh, well, I can't do this. I can't do what so-and-so's doing over there because my situation's different. And so that holding up the mirror that we do as coaches, I really hope will help people to consider options that they might not have considered before, but in line with what they want and what they need.
Yeah.
What about you?
Really, really well put. Yeah, I guess to give people a bit of a flavour of what's to come, we have a lot of things to talk about. We've discovered, but there are lots and lots of topics and challenges that we found. Both of our clients are coming to us experiencing, various things. And so actually each of our topics, each of our episodes will be focused around a specific topic, where we will delve deeper, into the challenges and, some of those steps that you can take that will potentially help you to kind of move forward if you are finding yourself experiencing that thing or finding yourself in that situation. So yeah, we have many, many topics to discuss, and I'm sure that will keep evolving over time. But I think there's a handful of kind of words and phrases that we hear regularly on a daily basis from our clients, and we find ourselves using in kind of our conversations as well. So really, we just want to be able to kind of delve deeper into those specific areas, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. Like this is going to be an interactive journey. We want people to share their feedback with us, and and actually if there are topics you'd like us to discuss, do let us know, because this is going to evolve over time. And whilst we have many things that we potentially need to curb slightly, we would love to hear from more of you about kind of the topics that are going to be most impactful for you to move forward in your career.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I'm glad you used the word journey, because this is certainly a journey for us, right? In creating a podcast, we are new to this. So, and we want to show that authentic journey that, we are going to laugh at ourselves a bit maybe, because we want to bring the humanness to this, because I don't believe in perfection. I believe in striving to be excellent and striving to be really good at what we do. And I think we share that. We share that both in our coaching approach. We share that in trying to build businesses that align with who we are and align with what the clients you work with need. But also just that element of, we're human, we're learning as we go along. And that's the same in every walk of life and in our careers. So, I hope we bring that element, because we can talk about some really deep stuff, right, as well. I know I certainly go a bit deep on LinkedIn sometimes. And there is a light-hearted side to this as well for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, absolutely. So look, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on this first episode. We can't wait to bring some of these topics to you. So yeah, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you soon.
Brilliant. See you soon, guys. Take care.
Thanks, Laura. Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to Procurement Pivots. We hope today's episode gave you actionable tips to help you to continue to move forward in your procurement career.
If you enjoyed the conversation, follow our episodes, share them with others, and please support us on our social media channels for others that might be interested to tune in.